to DeFi, degens, drip, and farm for poverty, where on this channel, our vision is to empower the impoverished by helping you find financial freedom through crypto assets. Please subscribe and leave a comment and a thumbs up. Hey guys, welcome back. DeFi, degens, drip, and farm for poverty. So today is going to be a video kind of going inside the mindset of Forex. I've done this on other videos, but you guys asked for it again in one of the comments of the videos. And basically it's about the mindset of an investor versus a trader. So I'm going to be referencing some stuff he put out in the Discord now almost 3 years ago, and also his most recent AMA. So I'm going to actually play the AMA first. That comes from the crypto junkies, Drip Syndicate. Drip Syndicate. So this was an AMA he did today, but I'm going to be playing just 2 clips from that AMA that I already kind of chopped up, and it'll be easier to understand. So this first clip is reference to the PIGS token and people not understanding value and only speculating on price. So all this will tie together when I play all this stuff for you. But for now, just focus on keeping your mindset on assets and price versus value. All right.
Holding the PIGS token right now, you should understand that the PIGS token gets its value primarily from the farm. It acts as a governance token and as an ownership token of the farm. So when you hold the PIGS token, you get a share of all the revenue the farm generates, and also a share of all the taxes that are associated with the swapping of the dog token. When the farm is paused and it's not having volume coming in and out of it, the pig token essentially acts as you could call it a pre-sale token or a asset that represents the future value of the farm. So people that are holding the pig token right now are holding it because they know the farm is going to be going live shortly, and buying and accumulating the pig token is increasing or accumulating your share of the farm and all the profit that's generated from it. Now, we know in crypto, people have a lot of trouble investing in future value, and this is in markets in general, but especially in crypto. People like to buy hype. They don't like to buy into future value, and the savvy investor buys future value and makes profit in times of hype. So people, when you have people that don't understand how to buy future value, then these are typically your weak hands and your people that are selling bottoms, selling for losses. And right now, I see selling pigs at this point essentially like selling a pre-sale token before the project lists, or selling an asset before the utility for the asset even hits the market.
So that's huge, again, into the mindset of him, because granted, this is talking about the pig token in specifically, but he's referenced this kind of value idea in his other talks as well about the drip token and his whole ecosystem in general. He's all of his tokens, and we're going to even get into REIT. It's really about holding it. He tries to reward the long-term investor, and you even heard him say about shaking out the weak hands, or weak hands come out. He'll talk about it in this next part as well. So Forex has been in this system for a really, really long time trading, but he's not like a day trader or a swing trader. So before I go into this next part, I'm actually going to show you something he wrote in the Discord about his trading bot. So he spent 2 years developing trading system. It's not a bot. So it basically uses chart analysis and trend lines and all this stuff. And he took the best signals and indicators from different ones and kind of built his own system so that he could remove the emotion from it and follow the system. And then if you follow the system long enough, you will make gains in the long term. So somebody asked him, like, what does it take to become the top 10% of successful traders. And so I'm going to read this to you. It is quite long, but it'll help you understand his mindset. He said, being able to control your emotions and follow your system when things start to fall apart is probably the most important thing. Developing a system takes high pattern recognition and IQ, but it's possible that someone with a lower IQ could use someone else's system and be profitable. It's just extremely rare because if you don't create something or fully understand how and why it works, it's very hard to have confidence in it takes to follow the system when things start to turn against you. Luck has very little to do with it. There's an element of luck to every individual trade, which is why some trades will go against you, even if you have a perfect setup and given the rules of your system. But if your system provides a probabilistic edge, then over many trades, that luck factor is taken away. It's like, this is a really good example. It's like if you had a weighted coin, so there was a 60% chance it would land on heads. Any given flip could be heads or tails, and you could get tails for 5 flips in a row. But if you flip the coin thousands of times, you would see that it lands on heads close to 60% of the time because you create this weighted coin, right? This is why you have to keep risk low each flip and stick to your system even if you get tails 5 times in a row. But people have a lot of trouble doing this. They do things like say they get tails 3 times in a row, so they double down on the next flip because they figure it can't be tails, and then it's tails again. So they double down again because surely it won't be tails again, and it's tails again. Or they have a bunch of heads in a row, so they think they are playing with the house's money and start betting big. This is when they get a string of tails. If you designed the coin to be weighted and you made it in your own coin shop, then you would have a much easier time trusting that if you just stick to your system of betting heads and rising a small amount on each flip, that you will profit in the long run. But if someone just gives you a coin and tells you it's weighted to land 60% of the time, it's going to be a lot harder to trust that, especially when you flipped it 50 times and it's landed on tails 80% of the time. This is when you stop following the plan of just betting heads, risking a little on each flip, and you lose all your money. When if you just kept betting heads and risking a small amount, eventually the edge would have played out and you would have profited. I think that's the easiest way I could explain probability theory and gambler's fallacy. So this is him referencing his trading system that he created and someone asking, yo, can I, use your system or whatever the case may be? And he's like, even if I gave it to you or someone told you what it does, you would have a hard time following it because your emotions and stuff get involved. And this is exactly what we're seeing with all of the projects that he's created. People are expecting one thing and it doesn't play out immediately. Like we've seen this pause in the animal farm and then the markets tank a dump and all that. So people just start selling. But if you trust the system that he built, you didn't build this yourself. So that's what he's referencing in here. If you took the coin shop analogy and made your own coin. But if you do your research on Forex and you are trusting that he built this system, and that this system will reward you in the long run, then that again is all about acquiring assets. So you know that these are down times, and then you can buy these assets that he is building in his coin shop that he's telling you if you just hold on, you will profit in the long run. But most people cannot weather the volatility, so they change their strategy. They start betting against the system because they think the system isn't working. So that's just, again, this was 3 years ago. He wrote this just about trading. And I'm going to give you the last piece, which ties into the Reap DAO, which was the same thing. And then in here, he talks about how he waited for the market to kind of shake those hands out. And we're in that exact same time now. So it's super critical you kind of listen and understand this as well. 1 second.
But when it's something that's 100% on my shoulders and I'm 100% responsible for it to get done, it gets done. And you're absolutely right. Reap was $2. We launched it at 4 cents. You were talking about it was at $2, and that was after what happened was we launched at 4 cents. It went up to $20 or $30 or $40, whatever it was at. We had a major market correction. It corrected all the way down to $2. I purposely let the market flush itself out. Let the weak hands get out of it. Let the core investors, the people that really were in there for the long haul, accumulate their positions. And this wasn't any kind of insider thing, letting them accumulate their positions, but it was just a natural thing. The people that believe in our ecosystem, believe in me as a developer, and saw the vision that I had, they accumulated their positions. And then when the time was right, I announced the DAO, and now I believe the REAP token somewhere around $80, and it's $80 with ETH being down 80% or whatever ETH is down right now, and REAP is paired with ETH, meaning if ETH was to go to all-time highs, even if no one bought another REAP, ETH just went to all-time highs again. Um, REAP is up at, I don't know, $180, $200 right now, something like that. So you had an opportunity at $2. Some people had an opportunity at 4 cents.
All right, so that's where he's talking about reap specifically, but you can see what he's referencing to, and he mentions that he just let the market shake out the weak hands. So nothing that he did in regards to like manipulation. It was just the natural ebb and flow of the market, and we can see that now with let's go AFP pigs specifically, even though this is related to drip, but he could be literally just waiting for the right time to launch all this. We had the latest update saying that he still got some time, but maybe he's delaying purposefully until the 50 day mark of the pigs token to get people to kind of liquidate their positions. I don't know, but we do know that once this was the 50 days is the total vesting period, and he could be the same thing with drip. To announce the utility on drip, we got everyone or a lot of sells. Drip has been trading sideways, so it's been doing really well. But the point I'm getting at in this is that Forex has experience in the market. He's got money, right? He's been doing this for a while, and he created a system that he could play long term. He's not trying to catch a quick flip. He's in this for the long haul. If you also read into his Discord, he buys and flips and refurbishes houses. I think he bought it was a trailer or something first, and then he was looking at like a 4 apartment like duplex or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but it's in the Discord, and that's another asset. So he's all about acquiring and accumulating assets. Assets are things that will pay you when you own them, and that's exactly what he's trying to do with drip eventually with the lending protocol, where you don't have to sell drip to get profits. Same thing with pigs. If you actually play the animal farm correctly, you will be accumulating your position in the farm, as he stated, and then you will be getting paid dividends without selling a single pig. So he's making systems for the DeFi emotional based investor, and that's where the Piggy Bank comes in with 3%, the drip garden. But these are not things he does. He doesn't gamble in these kind of high risk kinds of things. He's more about following a system, like I gave that example of the 60% weighted. So if you think about that, 6 out of 10, that means you have to wait 10 days or 10 trades or 10 months before you'll see returns. 10 years, so 6 years out of 10. Well, what if the first 4 years are bad, or you have 2 good years, 2 bad years, 2 good years, 2 bad years, and then the last 4 are good, whatever the case may be. So he's looking at this at long term, and if you want to win in this ecosystem, you have to adopt the same mindset, the mindset of an investor, investing in assets that will be here with long-term utility and use cases. And he's already mentioned in his AMA, this AMA that I took the clip from, of all these different utilities that he's got, all the teams and stuff that he's building around this, and the use cases and extra stuff. But he could, like I said, be waiting to launch this till he feels like he's shaking out the weak hands or whatever the case may be. So I can't convince you guys what to do, but the more I do my research on him, the more I know that he's in this for the long haul. So you have to ask yourself one simple question: is he trying to rug? Sorry, I had a message come in. 1 second. Yep, sorry, I got interrupted. I don't remember where I was. But long story short, you got to just stick with it if you believe in it. Oh, so like I said, so you have to ask yourself: is he trying to rug pull, or does he? First question: is he trying to rug pull? And the answer to that is a blind no. Like, it's obvious he's not trying to rug pull. If that's the case, he would have done it already. So if he's not trying to rug pull and he's not trying to run off with our capital, what is he actually trying to do and build? Then you have to believe what he says in his AMAs and what he's trying to do. So if he's not trying to run off with our capital, the only other thing he could be doing is legitimately building. You have one of two options. So if he's legitimately building and you have done your research and you understand what's going on, then the answer is simple of what you need to do. Just trust in the system he's building, accumulate your positions, and ride out the storm. It sucks. Like I said, I'm probably one of the few that got in as high as it was when I got in, and that have a YouTube channel on it. There are other people definitely that got in with me around here, but have a YouTube channel on this showing nothing but losses. And other YouTubers that got in up here have a lot more referral rewards, so therefore they're not in a loss. But my referral rewards right now, I think it's like 10 or 11 or whatever. So even if all of the dollar cost averaging I've done, if I were to start to sell right now for 365 days at this price, I think maybe now I would break even, or I'd be slightly below. But I'm actually in the red, and like I said, I'm probably one of the few. So if you're looking for an example, I'm the scapegoat. So I trust what he said, like I said, because I know he's not rug pulling. I've done my research on him. I trust him as a developer and a person with integrity within the space. And since I believe he's here for the long haul, then I have to believe all the things he's trying to build. And yeah, there's been delays. There's been promised partnerships that haven't gone through. But in this latest AMA, he said when it's on his shoulders, he can take 100% responsibility and ensure it works. With partnerships, there are other things that slip through the cracks or things that just can't be worked. But right now, the things he's building is on him. So all we can do now, I think, is just sit back and wait. So no launch dates as of yet, but we're getting closer. With all this utility and all these things he built and all these people put on board, yeah, the drip summer is coming. So hope that gave you some insight onto the mindset of Forex, as well as how to adopt the mindset of investor. I got other videos on the channel. You can look them up. I'm not even going to bother linking them. I don't do any edits or cuts on my videos. So all those mistakes and fumbles I just made, you guys will hear it because I ain't got time for that. All right, guys, until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.